I know that feeling we usually have when we have a lot of things on our table, we have a lot of things to do, but we can't just bring ourselves to do it. And then at the end of the day, we start feeling guilty or we start feeling bad of not being productive. And we start asking ourselves, why am I so lazy? But do you want to know the truth? It's not laziness. You are not lazy. Really, it's not laziness. There are deeper reasons behind why we feel the way we feel. And we are going to be looking at some of those reasons today. The first reason why you might be feeling this way is lack of motivation. When we don't have that motivation to do what we want to do, either because we are not interested in it, or because maybe we are not seeing the results as fast as we want it to come, or maybe because we are not enjoying what we are doing, right? When we don't have that motivation in anything we are doing, we will find it very difficult to put in the work in whatever we are doing. And that does not mean that we are lazy. It simply means that the motivation is not there. Let's take for example, there are two different people. So the first person is a fashion designer, and this person is very passionate about fashion and creating new designs, right? But there is another person who is not a fashion designer, but that person is being forced to work in a fashion designing shop or in a fashion industry. You discover that the rate at which the first person does her work will be very different from the way the second person does her work. The first person is very passionate about fashion, so this person can, stay up late at night trying to find out new designs. Let's assume that this person is working on a particular design, right? This person can go for days, sleepless nights, just being passionate and being curious to know how this design will turn out, to find out this new design, to complete this work that he or she is doing, right? But the second person is being forced to work in that fashion industry. That is not her thing, but maybe her parents really want her to be a fashion designer, so she's just there because someone just said, I must do this work, I must be here. That second person will not put in the same energy that the first person is putting in. But that does not mean that that second person is lazy. The person is simply not interested in fashion. The person doesn't want to do anything fashion. So if you tell the person, oh yeah, cut this cloth, cut this fabric, the person will cut it and then go and sit down. Then if you tell the person, create this design for me, the person will feel like, oh, I'm tired, I've been working since morning. The passion is not there, the motivation is not there, the person is not motivated, the person is not interested, it's not enjoyable to the person, right? He or she doesn't just like it. So that is what happens when we don't have motivation for something. If someone is motivated to do something, if someone likes what he or she is doing, if someone is enjoying what they are doing, the motivation will be there. So if you find out that you are struggling to do anything, it may just be that you don't have the motivation to do it. Maybe you are not enjoying it, or maybe you just don't like it, but you don't know that you don't like it, right? Or maybe you are not interested in it, but you don't know that you are not interested in it. That's why maybe when you know that you have things to do, you may not really have that motivation to do it. So that is the first one, and this first one does not apply to everybody. The second reason why you might be feeling this way is that it could be that you are overwhelmed. It could be that you are trying to do too many things at the same time. And we know that when we are trying to do too many things at the same time, it can sometimes lead to not doing anything at all. And this may be because you are overworking yourself, because you have so many things on your table, and then you overworking yourself can lead to you being overwhelmed, and then this can now lead to the negative effect, to the opposite effect of what you want to achieve. You want to achieve so many things at the same time, but you end up achieving nothing because you are trying to juggle so many things at the same time. It doesn't work that way. So when you start lacking that energy to really do more, it doesn't mean that you are lazy. It's just a natural response to feeling overloaded. It's not laziness. So if you are feeling overwhelmed, and then this feeling of being overwhelmed is really preventing you from being productive, the best way to overcome it is to do things one step at a time, to always focus on one thing at a time. And then as you are doing the things, you also try to celebrate the small wins, right? So that it will make it easier for you to really accomplish the bigger task, the bigger picture, so that you won't be overwhelmed because of the so many things that you have to do, or you already seen. Sometimes when you even see the bulkiness of the work that you have to do, it can even demoralize you and then make you not even able to do anything at all. So but if you take it one step at a time, you do it one task at a time, small, you do it little by little, then it can be easier that way, and then you'll be able to achieve a lot of things. The third reason why you could be feeling this way could be that there is no strong purpose, there is no clear purpose as to why we are doing what we are doing. There is no strong why behind what we are doing. If we don't have a clear purpose or a very strong why behind why we are doing what we want to do or what we are doing at all, it can be very difficult to stay driven. For us to stay driven, for us to have that energy to keep doing what we are doing, we must have that clear purpose, we must have that strong why. What we are doing must be exciting to us, it must be fulfilling to us. If you are a YouTuber and you create one video and someone watches that one video and that person comes and tells you, thank you for creating this video, because of this your video I've been able to quit alcoholic drinks, if the person is a chronic drinker for example, or to quit smoking because of this video, how do you think you will feel? You will feel like you are making an impact, right? You will be like, wow, so this video actually made someone do away with a bad habit. That means I'm making an impact, right? That alone will give you some level of fulfillment and will encourage you to like really put in the work and maybe create more videos. I'm using a YouTuber for example now, right? And that will be because you know that what you are doing is changing people's lives. So if you have that clear purpose as to why you are doing what you are doing, you know that this thing I'm doing is changing people's lives, it's going to change someone's life, even if it is one person that watches it. If you have that purpose, it will help you to stay motivated, it will help you to keep doing what you are doing. But if that purpose is not there, it will be very difficult to put in the work into something because you are not seeing the need. The fourth reason could be burnout. If someone is burnt out, if someone is tired, if someone is overworked, there is no how you expect yourself, your body, your physical body, even your mind to keep working at the same frequency, at the same level that it would work if it is refreshed. And that's why it's very important that as we do the work, as we grind, as we work hard, it's important that we take some breaks at some point. It's important that we take some breaks so that we won't get burnt out. Because if someone is burnt out, there is no how the person can be very productive. And that does not mean that the person is lazy. No, it simply means that the person needs some rest, the person needs to take some break, and the person needs to get refreshed. The body needs to recover, the mind needs to recover as well, so that they can continue performing at their best. So whenever you start feeling this way, whenever you start feeling burnt out, the best thing is to prioritize self-care so that we can get more productive. Another reason could be the state of our physical health. If someone is always feeling weak or tired, it could be a sign of not being very healthy. If someone is not eating well, not sleeping well, or not exercising well, it can affect our energy levels and it can make us feel weak or tired all the time. Someone who eats well, sleeps well, and exercises well will naturally be more energetic than someone who doesn't. So we should also try our best to live a healthy lifestyle, because it will also help us to stay healthier and to also become more productive, more energetic and more productive, right? So if you are feeling lazy in any way, please don't be too hard on yourself. Just calm down and then try to understand why you are feeling the way you are feeling. Because if you know the root of the problem, if you understand what could be causing the problem, then you know how to tackle it, you know how to resolve the issue, right? You know how to handle it so that you can become more effective and more productive in whatever you are doing. Please give this video a thumbs up, like it if you like it, and subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed yet. Click the notification bell so that you can stay updated on my latest videos, right? If you enjoyed this video, you may enjoy one of these videos that I have on my screen here. You can click one of them and check them out, right? Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you. I love you. Bye.